Praise the Lord, brothers and sisters. This precious sister that I subscribed to not too long ago, she had a dream a couple nights ago about right before the rapture, and it confirms the two suns that I had seen in the sky, and the two moons and one star, I believe it was. But her account is so incredible of the dream that the Lord gave her. I just really want to share it with you guys, so I'm going to play this here for you to see.
Hi everyone, Christy here. Just wanted to share with you a dream that I had 2 nights ago. I haven't been posting any videos because I've had some crazy dreams, but I haven't felt like I wasn't sure if they were inspired by God. And so I really just wanted to be careful and not share anything that I was unsure about. And so, the 2 nights ago, before I went to bed, I was just in prayer, and in prayer I just said to God, if you have messages you want me to share, I'm happy to do it, but I really just need to know for sure that they're from you. I don't want to be sending out the wrong message. I don't want to misinterpret your word. I don't, want to do that. So I just really have to be sure that it's from you, God. And so he gave me a crazy dream that night. So that night I fell asleep, and about an hour after I fell asleep, I woke up to the sound of a very loud, distinct male voice. It was stern with authority, and it said very clearly, people are in great danger. I said it very boldly. People are in great danger. That's my best impression of it. And when I heard that, I woke up immediately and I sat up in my bed and I was almost shaken. I was, okay, God, I heard that. Okay, people are in great danger. I got you. I can share that. People are in great danger. I think people know they're in great danger. And so I went back to sleep, and I woke up in the morning, and I hadn't had any other dreams that night. And my kids had woken up really early that morning, about 2 hours earlier than they normally do. And so I sort of sleepily got out of bed and made my way to the living room with them, and got them set up with some juice and a TV show, and we all sort of snuggled on the couch, and I had fallen back to sleep while they were watching a cartoon. And so when I fell back to sleep, I had an incredible dream. I had a dream that I was at my mother's house, and my mom doesn't live in the same state I do. She lives 16 hours away from me. And so I was elated that I was at her house because I haven't been home for almost 2 years to visit. And so I was really excited to be home with my family. And in my dream, I don't know if it was 4th of July, but it was definitely summertime. I'm not sure if it was 4th of July or just a picnic was happening. And so in my dream, everyone was at my mom's place. Everyone was there for some sort of picnic, like a family reunion or a 4th of July picnic, I'm not sure. But there was lots of food, and everyone was cooking out, and all the family was there. And my mom happens to live in a community that's right next to a small, tiny little airport. And so while we were at this picnic, I think it was my husband or someone in the dream had said, "Oh my gosh, Obama is coming to this airport for some sort of press conference." And I was like, what? That's crazy. And so we all, we were all there and outside for this picnic. So we're like, let's walk over to the airport and see what the heck's going on. And so we walked over to the airport, and there's a chain link fence that separates her community from the airport. And so we were all standing on one side of the chain link fence, and Obama was over there. I've never dreamt about Obama before in my life, so that was really strange. And he was there, and he was like sort of just waiting as they were setting up the press conference. Sorry, I have my door open, so these bugs are coming to say hi. But anyway, he was doing this press conference, and he says, he gets up to talk about some sort of failed space mission. So they said that they had sent someone into space, and during the press conference, I didn't really understand what he was saying, but I know that he said that they were only in space for 8 days, and then they were returning that day, and that their mission, whatever they went to do, they were not successful in doing it. So that's what his press conference was about. It was sort of boring. As he was speaking, a fleet of government planes came to that airport. It was probably about 6 to 8 of them. They were maroon in color, and they had a big gold seal, like an official government seal on the side of them. And all these official suited people got out of the helicopter, and Obama was whisked away with these people. And we all kind of got bored with that situation. We were like, okay, that's weird. Space mission failed. Oh, okay. And so we went back to my mom's house, and I went inside her house to grab a plate of food. When I went inside of her house, there was people inside and outside, and the kids were inside and outside and playing, and everyone was kind of just doing their thing, talking and catching up. And relatives I haven't seen in a really long time were all there, and we were just catching up. But my husband and I happened to go inside at the same time to grab a plate of food. And it seemed like we were among the last to eat. And while I was inside eating, the news came on my mom's TV in her living room, and it said, breaking news, outside, look outside right now. The sun and the moon are the same size, and they're right next to each other. And we were like, what? And so we jumped up and we went outside, and when I went out, everyone outside, not just my family who was there for the picnic, but neighbors and all sorts of people were gathered outside looking up at the sky. And so when I walked outside with my husband, I looked up at the sky, and sure enough, there were 2 suns. It looked like 2 suns. In the news, it said it was a moon and a sun, but it looked like 2 suns to me. They were both very bright. They were exactly the same size. They were exactly the same brightness, and they were right next to each other. It was crazy looking. We were all like, what in the world is that? And as we were looking, the sun on the right-hand side shot at warp speed across the sky. And as it did that, it exploded. It just exploded into this huge, giant, massive light. And the shock wave that came off of it was just a huge shock wave of glowing white light, and it almost knocked me off my feet. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, is everyone okay? Is everyone okay? And everyone was fine. No one was hurt. But this shock wave was so intense that it nearly knocked us over. And I was like, oh, I immediately got scared because my kids were inside my mom's house playing with their cousins, and I was scared that they weren't with me, and I didn't know what was going on. Obviously, something crazy was going on. And so I ran in my mom's house real quick, and I called for my daughters, and I said, come here right now. And my one daughter, my middle daughter, who's a little sassy pants, she's like, what do you want? And I said, I want you with me right now. Something crazy is going on. Get here right now. And so they both came to me, and as I was waiting for them to come to me at the door, I hadn't walked in the house. I just sort of threw my head in the door and was yelling from outside to them. Everyone started screaming behind me outside, and I turned around and looked behind me, and everything was covered. And I don't even really know how to explain it. It was covered in this like orange, blue, black, flameless electrical charge. Everything was covered. All the trees were covered. The grounds were covered. The houses were colored. The lamp posts were covered. The street lights, rather. The cars were covered. Everything was covered in this crazy blue, orange, black, flameless electrical charge. And it just, everything was charged. And I remember thinking, this is it. This is it. And then I woke up. My middle daughter, the sassy one, was standing in front of me asking for some more juice. And so she woke me up that morning. And I said, hold on a second. I was so shaken by that dream. I was physically shaking. My hands were shaking. My insides were shaking. I was like, all right, God, I got that one loud and clear. That one's crazy. And so immediately I picked up my Bible. And I do something very often when I'm talking to God and I'm praying to Him and I'm looking for answers or direction. I'll often say a prayer over my Bible, and I'll just, ask a specific question or ask a thought that I need help with or something like that. And then I'll close my eyes and I'll randomly open the Bible, put my finger on any verse on the page, whatever I'm drawn to, and then I'll open that verse and read it. And sometimes it doesn't make sense at all, but often I'll get some sort of answer from God's word that way. And so when I had this dream and I woke up, I grabbed my Bible and I did just that. And I said, God, I know that was you. It was too real not to be you. And so give me a confirmation right now. And so I opened the Bible to Hosea, the book of Hosea, chapter 8, verse 10, line 2. That's, my finger was directly right on line 2. And that reads, "Now I will gather them." I was like floored. I was floored because in my dream, that's exactly what I thought. It was right before the rapture happened, that sun exploding, whatever it was in the sky that exploded and sent off this electrical charge. I felt like, I even said it in my dream, this is it. And what I meant by this is it is this is when Jesus is taking us home. That is the catastrophe that's happening on the planet. All the people are going to be taken up at this point, and now we're going home. And so I didn't actually dream about the rapture happening, but it was the moments that led up to it. And I will tell you, it was absolutely crazy. I have never seen anything like that in any movie or in any dream or any picture or any painting or anything like that. I can't even describe it to you. It's so crazy. And then to open exactly to the book of Hosea, and right on the line, "Now I will gather them." I mean, I can't imagine getting a better confirmation than that. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here and make a quick video, because.
All right, you guys. So her video, lays witness to a lot of what we've been seeing. I even seen a video today that came up in the queue about this sister that was talking about this orange and blue light everywhere. And that was just today. And then a few days ago, I had that dream, as well as many others, about the two suns in the sky. And then as it turned to night, one looked like a moon, and the other one was a sun, or it looked like two moons or something like that. It was really odd, but and then with Obama being giving a press conference, it sounds like, he came back into office or something going on, and that gives us like a time frame. I don't know, you guys, but a lot of stuff going on in the stream, and I was just pretty much blown away. So I just wanted to share that with you guys.